What's up guys, in this video I'm going to show you how I calculate my macros for my cut that I'm currently on, along with some tips and tricks how you can calculate your own. Alright guys, so I have my little cheat sheet / notes here, so I'm going to go over this stuff. So first thing I'm going to go over, what is a macro, right? Now a macro is what calories are derived from. So by manipulating those macros, you manipulate your calories, therefore you can cut your weight down and or fat or also bulk. But in this video, this is mainly for cutting. So a macro stands for, is short for macronutrients, are carbs, fats, and protein. Alright? So by figuring these three macronutrients out, you have what's called a macro plan, and from there you manipulate it in order to cut. Right? So what's needed for this to develop a plan? First off, of course, you gotta know your weight. Okay. The second thing is you gotta know your body fat percentage. Now this is a little tricky. There are plenty of methods out there to do it. I mean, there's scales, there's handheld devices. There's tape measurements, there's calipers. I actually use all three. In terms of, I use a body scale that gives me a fat percentage. Also use body calipers, okay? And then the third one is using measuring tapes around certain parts of your body and using, if you Google it, you can find it online. It's a Navy body fat percentage calculation, all right? So, once you have that, all right, you have your weight, your body fat. The next thing you need to figure out is your maintenance level. And what I mean by maintenance level, your maintenance level is how many calories you need to consume per day to maintain your body weight, okay? Now, in order to figure that out, okay, you need your body fat along with your weight and also your activity level, you have a job that's 9 to 5 that maybe you're sitting down all the time and you're at an office or desk, or maybe it's half and half. Maybe you're a delivery driver and you're getting in on your truck, or you work in a warehouse where you're constantly on your feet. Obviously those range there. You have to figure out where you're at on that. Also, how many times you work out per week and what you're doing for your workout. Meaning if you're only lifting weights, no cardio, okay? Determining your intensity level, okay? So if you do only cardio, or let's say you play sports only right now, you gotta figure out, how much calories, or not even calories, what your active state is. People that are more active during the day, obviously you're gonna have a more higher metabolism, which is gonna help you lose weight faster and or cut faster, I should say, cut fat out. So determining that. All right. Now the way how you lose weight is by, once you have your maintenance level of calories, okay, you need to cut that about 500 calories per day. All right, and that should average to about half a pound to a pound per week. You're going to lose weight. Now, granted, I'm giving some general guidelines here. Okay, everyone is different, I realize, and that may not be 100% accurate. Okay, now if you're new to this and beginning to figure out your macros and develop your own macro plan, more than likely you're going to see a lot more significant results than someone who's tried this before. Okay, just because your body gets used to it. If you have more muscle mass, okay, versus less fat, it will be harder for you to cut. All right, body fat, because the last thing you want to do is lose muscle. If you have a lot of fat and you're looking to develop muscle, okay. Now, just remember, this is a macro cutting guide video. So when you cut, you're not going to build muscle. You can tone out, but that's not the same as building muscle. The only way you build muscle is if you gain weight. Plain and simple. Okay? There's no pill to this. There's no magical pill. There's no magical powder you can take. It's all about your nutrition and training hard. Plain and simple. Day in, day out. Okay? So once you figure your maintenance level, let's just say for example, And throughout this video, I'll put up my my macro plan, and you'll see my calories along with the breakdown of carbs, fats, and protein. So once you figure out your caloric level, maintenance level, then you're going to take, so let's say it's 3,000 calories a day. You subtract 500 from that. So you know, whoops, in order to lose weight, you're going to need 2,500 calories a day. Alright, that's 500 below your maintenance level. Now, with your macronutrients, it's the way how this is how it breaks down. So carbs and protein, I'm going to put a 4 next to that. Actually, let's switch colors. We'll do this. We'll do red. 4, 4, okay, and I'll put a 9. So what this means is that carbs and protein, for every 1 gram you have protein, and every 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories. 1 gram of carb equals 4 calories. 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. Okay? So meaning that, let's say you have protein times 100 grams, that's going to give you 400 calories. Okay? Fats, let's say you have 50 grams of fat. Alright, that's going to give you 450 calories. Carbs, same thing. You know, so you have 100 grams, that would give you 400 calories. So if you add these up, okay, that's 0, 5, 4, 8. Obviously this is very low, but just for simple demonstration purposes. This will equal out to 1,250 calories, okay? So by knowing that to get to here, okay, you would calculate this stuff in terms of filling into the 2,500 range of calories, right? Now, how do you figure that out? Well, what you want to do is, well, there's several ways. The way how I did it is I have my own calculation where I put in my body weight, my body fat, how active I am, and it automatically calculates what I need to do. Now again, it's tailored to me, okay? And when I do macro plans for clients, I do the same thing to them. I tailor it to them specifically. I'm very detailed in what in questions I ask and to determine the activity level and how active they are. Now there's plenty of other online calculators you can use on your own and try it out versus paying someone like me or any other type of coach. That you can definitely try out and see. And again, if you're a beginner, you've never done this before, any route you go, I would say, you're going to see results. Now, the reason why you hire someone like me or someone else to train you or coach you is we're going to a good coach anyways, to maximize the results. So let's say in a month you lose 5 pounds, you know. Hiring an online coach can actually maximize that, and you may lose 5 pounds with a coach as well, but we may maximize your training as well to match the macro plan that you develop. Okay. So again, with me, I have my own custom calculation that I did for me to determine my level, and you'll see, you know, like I said throughout the video, my macro levels or macro plan and calories that I've been having. However, you want to some general guidelines, guys, is that with protein, okay, you want to have 1 gram of protein per body weight you are. So let's say you're 200 pounds, you should be having 200 grams of protein per day. Now again, these are for beginners, okay? I realize these are real general guidelines, guys. All right, technically you can get real technical and go, you know, 0.8 grams to 1.2 grams of lean body mass, which is very hard to determine for most people out there. So keep it simple. Do 1 gram of protein per body weight. Okay, if you weigh 200 pounds, have 200 grams. Okay, so let's do this. Let's say you do weigh 200 pounds. Okay, so let's say you weigh 200 pounds. Okay, and you want to figure out your protein intake. All right, real simple. It's only 200 grams of protein you need per day. Okay guys, so to figure out fat, all right, it ranges from 0.3 to 0.6 grams per body weight you are. So let's say you are 200 pounds, we'll take the lower end of it, 0.3. That's going to equal out to 60 grams of fat. Okay. So, let's say again your caloric level is 3,000 calories. Okay, we need to get to 2,500 calories per day, right? This is our maintenance level. This is where we need to be to drop down here in weight and when we want to cut. So we have figured out our fats and protein. All right. Let's put a calorie total next to that so we know how many calories we need to fill in with carbs. All right. So again, fats, you times this by 9, which equals what was that, 550 calories? All right. Sorry, 540 calories. Protein. All right. Protein is going to be times 4, and that equals 800 calories. All right. So then we're going to add these two up. Let me change color here. So that's going to be 0, 4. Hopefully you guys can see that. So that's going to be 1,340 calories, okay? Let's take 2,500, subtract 1,340 from that, and we're going to get, we will get 0, 4, 10, 6, 1. So we will get 1,160 calories left. So what does that mean? It means that these are going to be filled in with carbs, okay? Divide that by 4 and you get 290 grams of carbs, okay? And I'll just fill this in here. Okay, so what does that mean? It means you have your macro plan, okay? We first determined that our maintenance level is 3,000 calories per day. Subtract 500. We need to get to 2,500, or need to have 2,500 calories per day in order to cut and lose weight. So, by determining your protein fats, gives you your caloric value on that. You take those two, add them up. You get that, and you should track this number of your fats and protein, your calories from fats and protein, minus what you need to cut, and that gives you this number, which is your caloric value for how much carbs you need. Divide that by 4, you get your carbs. So currently our macro plan looks like this: 290 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat, 200 grams of protein in order to lose weight. Now, again, this is real simple, real general, okay? I'm just letting you guys know this is how it works. This is general guidelines, how it works, okay? Sum it up. Find your maintenance level. Protein 1 gram per pound of body weight. Fat is 0.3 to 0.6 grams of fat per body weight, per body pound weight. And then last but not least, you figure out your carbs, and I'll give you your macros that you need in order to lose weight and or cut. Now, what you need to do is, okay, my advice is this. Let's say you start on this, first week you lose, let's say, 1 pound. My advice is stay on this macro plan, all right? Don't adjust it yet. The only time you adjust this, okay, is when you're at stalemate, meaning that you haven't lost, after a week, you haven't lost any weight, okay? First week, let's say you don't lose any weight. You may gain weight, it is possible as well. Then you manipulate this and you make changes to this. And what I mean by that is that pretty much your protein is going to stay consistent throughout the whole cut, okay? You're really not going to lower this at all, really. All right, again, this is general guidelines for pretty much for beginners. What you will adjust will be pretty much your carbs and fats, okay? Now again, to keep it general, let's say you don't lose any weight, and then you want to adjust this. What you want to do is take off 5 grams, of fats, and subtract, take off 20 grams of carbs, okay, each week, okay? Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want to get this number, your fats too low. You need fats, okay? Don't go below, again, it varies by body weight. If let's say you are 200 pounds, I wouldn't go below, you know, like 40, 45 grams of fat, okay? Carbs is a little different. Carbs you can pretty much drop drastically. Alright, so those are the general things. Now, again, don't touch protein. You want to manipulate your carbs and fats, okay? So what are the dangers of adjusting this too much? Meaning that, let's say you're losing weight, you lost 2 pounds the first week, or you lose a pound, 1 to 2 pounds that week, and like, okay, I have to adjust this. You're thinking you have to adjust this, blah, blah. So what happens is you're going to lose weight too fast. Now if you lose weight too fast, what's going to happen is it's going to be hard to keep that weight off, okay? Because since you're dropping this so fast each week, okay, it's going to be harder to maintain whatever weight you get down to, alright? And your body's going to get used to it, meaning that there's only how low you want to go on this stuff, okay? Again, like I said, you don't want to drop fats too much. Carbs, yes, but not for an extended period of time, okay? What happens if you drop carbs, let's say below, let's say 100 grams on this 200 gram or 200 pound guy example, what's going to happen is you could cause the reverse effect, meaning that after a certain amount of time, your body's going to store more fat because it's hungry, alright? Sort of a hibernation mode. It's going to think, okay, am I getting the macronutrients I need, especially carbs for energy, okay? It's going to store fat for energy, and it's going to defeat the purpose of cutting that fat off along with losing the weight. Another thing is it could cause your metabolism to cause more damage than good, your metabolism. Meaning that your metabolism is going to get all whacked. In order to get it back to normal, or release something that's normal and healthy, you're going to do some major reverse dieting. Okay, reverse dieting is basically go the opposite. Alright, that'll be a whole nother video, a whole other topic later on down the road. So, anyways guys, it's a real simple explanation. Hopefully it was simple enough. If it wasn't, then comment below and let me know how to develop your own macro plan. Okay? If you're looking for a coach or you need help with this, message me. Also visit my website, sign up to get a macro plan, customized macro plan to see how I can help you. Other than that guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this was informative. Please don't forget to like, share, follow me in all the social media outlets below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And I'll check back with you guys later. Peace.
Okay, it's rap pack to my pulse flat. We keep it real, no false rap. I got 4 cars and they all black. Got 4 bras and they all that. We call that ballin'. Doing this is my calling. Flow is so